Have you heard about the first ever pig heart transplant in a human? It just happened in the United States. For the first time, doctors kept a patient alive using an organ from a genetically modified animal. This is no longer science fiction. It's real, it's urgent, and it could change medicine forever. Right now, the world is watching these surgeries closely. On one side, there's hope for thousands of people waiting for a transplant. On the other, there's controversy, fear, and debates about how far science should go. Are we creating hybrids? Is this the start of a new era in medicine? Or are we crossing a dangerous line? In this video, you'll find out how these transplants actually work, what the science says, the real risks, and the true stories of people who have lived through this breakthrough, and why this subject is dividing opinions everywhere. Get ready for exclusive images, surprising stories, and answers that might change the way you see your own health. Watch until the end and join the conversation, because right now, the question is simple and direct. Would you accept an organ from a pig to survive? Welcome to CuriousVerse, where science challenges everything you thought you knew about life.
But when and where did all this begin?
Organ transplants between species, known as xenotransplants, have a surprising history. They involve using animal organs to replace damaged human organs. This idea is older than most people realize. Doctors attempted these procedures more than 60 years ago. In the 1960s, for example, surgeons used chimpanzee kidneys in people. Those first attempts failed because the human body always rejected the organ. But science never stopped searching for solutions. In recent years, gene editing changed everything. Scientists now use CRISPR to modify pig DNA. They are able to remove the genes that cause rejection. The result? Pig organs that are much safer for humans. In 2024, the first successful pig heart transplant happened in the United States. The patient survived for several weeks, surprising doctors around the world. This breakthrough opened new doors for thousands of people waiting for an organ. But every new step brings even more questions about the future of medicine.
But how does a pig-to-human organ transplant really work?
It all starts with selecting the donor animal, which is genetically modified to reduce the risk of rejection. Scientists use advanced gene editing tools like CRISPR to adapt the pig organ. After the modifications, the organ is carefully removed and prepared under strict, sterile conditions. It is then transported to the hospital in a high-tech, temperature-controlled box. At the hospital, a specialized medical team performs surgery to replace the human organ with the pig organ. Throughout the process, patients receive medications to prevent rejection and infections. But what's the difference between a traditional transplant and a xenotransplant? In a regular transplant, the organ comes from another human, usually a deceased donor. In a xenotransplant, the organ comes from a genetically modified animal, usually a pig. There are higher risks, more chances of rejection, infection, and unknown effects. But on the other hand, the waiting list could drop dramatically, saving thousands of lives. Scientists monitor every step with advanced technology, charts, exams, and real-time tracking. Experts from around the world are watching every new case and analyzing the results. And with bioengineering, animal organs are becoming more compatible with the human body. But the big question remains: are we truly ready to trust our lives to science?
In this block, we're talking about ethics, religion, and the moral dilemmas raised by pig-to-human organ transplants. Religious leaders from different traditions have mixed opinions on the subject. Some see transplantation as a life-saving advance that should be celebrated. Others see it as crossing natural boundaries, or even as challenging God's will. Animal rights groups raise concerns about using animals in experiments, calling for more respect and alternatives. Philosophers ask, how far should science go? Is there a line that should never be crossed? For those who receive the organ, the psychological impact is deep. Some feel relief, while others report guilt, fear, or even an identity crisis. Am I still myself after this transplant? Online, opinions are divided. Heated comments, debates on social media, memes, and all kinds of reactions. The ethical debate grows stronger with each new case, and society is still searching for answers. With so many dilemmas, one question remains: Would you accept a pig organ to survive?
Now it's time to look ahead at the future of xenotransplants. Scientists can already grow entire organs in the lab, custom-made for each patient. Gene editing keeps advancing and is now being tested on humans to prevent diseases from birth. There's talk of a future with hybrids, where human and animal parts might coexist in one body. Medicine is developing bioartificial organs, 3D printed tissues, and reprogrammed cells. Science fiction movies imagine societies where enhanced humans push the boundaries of biology. But there are also conspiracy theories and fears about the misuse of these technologies. Some believe secret experiments with humans and animal DNA are already happening. Others see risks, inequality, genetic manipulation, and even bigger ethical dilemmas. On the other hand, millions of lives could be saved by new transplants and breakthroughs in bioengineering. Hope is rising for people waiting for organs, with every new discovery. In labs worldwide, curious eyes are watching the birth of a new era. The line between man and machine, or human and animal, is thinner than ever. The future has already begun, but are we really ready to cross that line? Only time and our choices will tell. We've reached the end of a journey filled with discoveries, questions, and hope. Today, we explored pig-to-human organ transplants and just how far science can take us. In the end, it all comes down to one question. What is the real limit between life, death, and human identity? Now, we want to hear from you. Would you accept a pig organ to survive? And what else would you be willing to accept in the name of life? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your voice matters and can inspire others. If this video surprised you, like it, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. Here at CuriousVerse, science challenges the impossible, and you're part of this adventure. And get ready. In the next episode, the line between human and machine will be even thinner. See you soon.